Hi all, this is Elimu Kiganjani, and today we are going to have another session. We'll dive actually into mathematics. We'll continue solving questions, sharing concept on coordinate geometry for mathematics, and specifically today we are going to see actually questions on the midpoint of a line segment. You remember previously our discussion was again on midpoint of line segment, and we had a very brief discussion, and today we'll be having actually a continuation of the discussion we had previously. So finding the coordinate of midpoint of the line joining points -4, 7 and 1, -18. So remember, a midpoint, we say that midpoint x, y will be taking x1 plus x2 divided by 2, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So you have to assign these points to be x1, y1, and the other one will be x2, y2. So now the midpoint will be equal to -4 plus 1 divided by 2, 7 minus 18 divided by 2. So upon solving this question, dear students, we are going to come to the conclusion that here we have a -3/2, 7 minus 18 is -11/2. So that is the midpoint in case you have been given 2 points in segment. Going to example number 2. Find the equation of straight line in the form of this is ax plus by plus c equals to 0, passing through point 5, 3, and the midpoint of line joining the points and -6, 8. So we'll be having actually a line with 2 points. The first point being this one here, and the second point is going to be the midpoint. So with -6, -8, and -2, we are going to consider this x1, y1. This is x2, y2. So we are going to find the midpoint of these 2 points. And we are going to say that midpoint equals to midpoint being x, y equals to x1 plus x2/2, y1 plus y2/2. So the midpoint x, y will be equal to -6 plus -2 divided by 2, -8 plus -4 divided by 2. This is equal to -8/2, -12/2, and this is actually -4, -6. So now we are going to use this point here and 5, 3 to find the equation of a straight line. So we'll be having 2 new points. We'll be having point, the one is -4, -6. The second one will be having 5, 3. With these new points here, we start actually finding a slope. I will assume again this to be x1, y1, and this one here x2, y2. So the slope will be changing y over changing x. We'll be having actually y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. y2 is 3 minus negative 6 divided by x2 is 5 minus negative 4. Combining these two expressions, we having 9 over 9, and the slope is going to be actually 1. So with the slope 1, having slope equals to 1, we are going to use equation having slope and point relation. So y minus y1 equals to mx minus x1. So it be y minus y1 negative 6 equals to m, which is 1, x minus x1, which is negative 4. So basically this is y plus 6c equals to xc plus 4. Combining like terms, you'll be having actually y minus x plus 6c minus 4 equals to 0. And the equation is going to be y minus x plus 2 equals to 0. Yes, students. So this is the equation in the form of axc plus by plus c equals to 0. We go to example number 3. In example number 3, if the line from the point negative 4, comma y1 to point x2, comma negative 3 is bisected at point 1, comma negative 1, find the value of y1 and x2. So basically, the midpoint of these 2 points is going to be 1, comma negative. So assuming that this is x1, y1, and this is going to be x2, y2, so we know that the midpoint x, comma y is x1 plus x2 over 2, comma y1 plus y2 over 2. So 1, comma negative 1 now will be equal to negative 4 plus x2 over 2, y1 minus 3 over 2. So by just comparing, we'll be comparing these two equations. So by comparison, dear students, negative 4 plus x2 over 2 is going to be equal to 1. And with this, we'll be having negative 4 equals to positive 2. So x2 will be 2 plus 4. x2 will be 60. Yes, students. We go to the second expression. Negative 1 is going to be equal to y1 minus 3 over 2. So crossing multiplication, basically we'll be having y1 minus 3 equals to negative 2. y1 will be negative 2 plus 3. y1 is going to be equal to positive 1. So from the given two expressions, we can see that x2, dear students, is 6 and y1 equals to 1. The last example for this session, we are going to see now how the last part actually will look like. So with the last example, as we can see, find the equation of the line through point 2, comma 3, and the midpoint again of 1, comma 2, and 5, comma 2. So you're going to find the midpoint of these 2 points. So with 2 points here, and we're going to assume this is x1 and this is y2. Sorry, this is x2, y2. Midpoint, call it x comma y. Again, this is x1 plus x2 over 2 comma y1 plus y2 over 2. These two here we be having actually 1 plus 5 over 2 comma 2 plus 2 over 2, and eventually we're having 6 over 2 comma 4 over 2. The result is going to be 3 comma 2. Now we'll be having 2 points. We'll be having now 3 comma 2 and 2 comma 3. Use these 2 points here to find the equation of a line. So again, we're going to call this x1, y1, and this is going to be x2, y2. So we started the slope, changing y over changing x, 2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So changing y over changing x, the slope will be, dear students, 3 minus 2 over 2 minus 3. We'll be having actually 1 over negative 1. The slope is negative 1. From the equation y minus y1 equals to m x minus x1. From this equation here, now we have in y minus y1. Y1 is 2, negative 1 in the bracket, x minus x1, 3. Well, we'll be having y minus 2 equals to negative x plus 3. So y will be negative x plus 5 because we took 2 to the other side. So y equals to negative x plus 5, and that will be last equation for this piece of our live session segment. So dear students, this is dealing actually with midpoint of any line segment. If it's your first time to be here, consider subscribing to the channel for upcoming contents, and also share with your friends. I will be continue actually producing these contents, hoping that level students, especially from Tanzania, are going to benefit from them. So until next time, see you in the next video. Peace.